Okay, well, good evening. It's Monday night, February 3rd, and here we are in 2020. We're a month in. How is January for everybody? Kicking off the month of the year that people start thinking about getting healthy and getting into the gym and maybe losing some of that holiday goodness that they soaked up. How did everybody's month start? Wins
Great.
and wows.
How's that? I'm ready for the shred, so I'm doing this pretty heavy because I power packed a lot of goods on over the holidays, so I'm working on that.
Gotcha. Okay, you guys have some people doing the shred with you?
I don't have anyone personally with a team member, but there's a lot of people signed up.
Good. All right.
I have a group that's been kind of shredding since the beginning of January and has continued on and are feeling great and loving it, more of like Transform 30 kind of thing, and just really embracing it as a lifestyle. I've got 3 girls that are doing that together and they're rocking it, feeling great, loving it. So that's been good.
And I'm shredding with one of my best customers, Nancy Garcia.
Oh,
to start
fun.
today. To start today, feel great.
Oh, that's great. That's really great. As Mary Beth and I take a drink of red wine. So, who else? Who else has wins and wows you want to share? Hey, Nikki.
I have a win I can share. This is something that I'd been working on for a long time, but we finally are putting the Tower Gardens. I have 3 different schools in Incline here in my neighborhood that the Rotary Club did a grant, and they're putting 2 Tower Gardens in each of the 3 schools, and I'm doing the installations this week. So I did one today, and that was so fun. It was really fun. One of the groups, the Rotary groups that I'm working with, is a lot of older people, and it was really fun to see them light up as they got to help me build the Tower Gardens and work with the kids. And it was just kind of this awesome range of ages that were really excited about what they were doing. So that was really fun. And I've got an install on Wednesday at the high school and Friday at the elementary school. So it's been really fun.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Cool. Anybody else?
Hey, Ellen, I just want to say I have a new teammate who's on the call for the first time. Her name's Mollie Henderson. And I see
Mollie.
I just wanted to say hi and welcome you to the call. I'm glad you're on it.
Awesome. Hey, Mollie, welcome. We're glad you're part of the team.
Welcome, Mollie.
Thank you.
That's the coolest. That's cool. Where do you live, Mollie?
I am in Centennial, Colorado, so just outside of Denver.
Gotcha. You're down by Jenna. Okay, I'll be down there tomorrow.
I am a couple streets, actually.
Oh, that's great. That's perfect. That's perfect. Well, you know what? Down there in that neighborhood, there's plenty of people to go around that would love taking Juice Plus, and probably lots of moms that would love to have something with some income and some purpose and some fun. So talk to everybody. Okay, so this week we're going to have a great team call tonight about simple conversations, because our intention for this year is to keep it simple and fun. And, you know, as we adjust to the tweaks in the pricing of Juice Plus, as well as how we get paid for Juice Plus, I know in the next couple of days, we'll all get our first paychecks in 2020 deposited, and we'll kind of see what that looks like for us. And I don't think it's going to be all that different. And it really just brings us back to, we're doing the same thing. And you know what? You guys get paid when you have productive and fruitful conversations. And I was thinking about this week. I talked to Reagan for a second the other day, and I was like, oh yes. I've been so busy, but I'm having conversations with people, and it's quick, it's to the point. So I thought we would talk tonight about conversations, about being to the point, being direct with people, and definitely asking them for the sale. So I would love to hear from you all in the last 30 days. What are some of those more direct conversations like for you, and how are you asking for the sale?
I'll go, Ellen.
Okay.
So for me, because I'm still very much in my little small town area, but so a lot of people have heard me share or have seen posts, and actually I'm just kind of asking people if they're ready to get started. And I think it just helps to be direct and to not sound like I'm questioning if they're going to start, but it's like, are you ready? Are you ready to get started? And that, I think it's an easy conversation. A lot of people, if you're active on Facebook, and I'm pretty active sharing Juice Plus information and lifestyle information, I do feel like people are watching. And even if they're not somebody who's ever communicated with you about it, you'll notice them coming out of the woodworks to ask a question or whatever. So I've just been asking people if they're ready to get started. And sometimes they're not ready right now. It's like, well, I get paid on this date. Can you follow up with me? But it's, setting in motion the next step too.
Okay, that's great. That's really good. And I think that's the best question to ask. The best way to ask anybody is, are you ready to get started? Anybody have a different way that they say it that works for them?
Ellen, hi, it's Sue. I send them a YouTube usually first. If I'm talking to them about the product, I'll just send a YouTube and I follow up and say, well, what did you like best about the information? And does Juice Plus make sense to you? And 9 out of 10 times, oh yeah, fruits and vegetables that make sense. And then to follow up on what Erica said, I'll say, would you like to get started? And then if there's hesitation, I go, well, what's holding you back? And they can have a conversation. If it's money, if it's they bought something else, they want to finish it before they start with Juice Plus, which you do have some of that going on too. And I just kind of track along with if they bought something else. I just follow up, like my dog groomer is in that position. Now she's heard about Juice for almost 2 years. She came to a salad jar party, so she's finally ready to get started. And she said, my husband just bought this big old container of some whey protein stuff. She says, I can't take that now, but she said, I'd really like to get started. So we're going to go ahead and set up an order for her. And then when he's ready, we'll get him in there too. So
that's great.
He's been tracking for 2 years, you guys.
Well, and that's how so many people are. Remember, when you talk to people, they're not always ready. They're not always ready to go all the way with you right now. So that's why having some of those more direct conversations, getting to the point, so you're not wasting each other's time or making it super awkward. I emailed somebody on Friday because I made sure at the end of the business month, you want to make sure every week you've got a little bit of time that you're dedicating to just following up, because the fortune's in the follow-up, right? So I made sure Friday at close of business, I was like, anybody that's out there that's a straggler, I'm going to ask them today. And I emailed someone and I said, hey, are you ready to get started on Juice Plus? I had not heard from you since I sent you that information. And she responded and she said, I'm not quite ready, but hang in there with me, blah, blah, blah. So it's really nice to get kind of that status update with people, because, think of it like you kind of think of it like a racetrack. All of these people that you put in the pipeline, they're kind of going to be going at a different pace, including your team members. So if you can get really good at asking good questions, so you kind of have a pulse, and then you're not trying to make the slower, cautious person be the speed demon, or vice versa. If the speed demon's ready to go, you need to meet them where they're at. And a lot of people are in between. A lot of people need an event to be invited to as kind of a next step. So obviously, I was thinking about that today. My next step with all those people I talked to Friday is to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to have an event on the 11th at my house. Is there any way that you can come? We're going to have a really great group of people here. You're going to fit right in. I'm going to take some time to really share my Juice Plus story, and to hear your stories. What's inspiring them to come? What do they care about with their health this year? And to be able to share how Juice Plus works and all of those options. And then, and I'm kind of going down a rabbit hole here, but I think it's a great time to do it, is to remember that as we're doing those events, you want to keep that close of your event simple and direct. What are their options? Do they want to start Juice Plus right now? They're excited. Yes. Here's how you do it. Number 2, yeah, Sue's counting me down. Number 2, oh, do they need more? Or going a little slower? Do they need a little more information? Cool, let's send you home with that. Number 3, this is our person that's like, I need it. And I was talking about my sister and my mom during the presentation. So that person needs to be joining my team right away while they're ordering. So I just want to encourage you to be direct with people. People are busy. They have a lot going on in their lives. Chances are what they're taking for their health is not this all-consuming thing for them. And even if they're thinking about it a lot, you just create that opportunity by saying, well, what do you need to know to get started? What else are you comparing this to? Asking a couple good questions to find out where they're at so you can meet them there. Mel, I know that you're having a ton of events, and Erica, you have a ton of events. Any of our event people, what are you doing to have really simple, direct conversations to invite people to events and to get them there?
Yeah, I would say, number 1 is, I'm having this event. It's going to be super fun. I thought of you because whatever reason, you were telling me your kids were sick, or, I know you're just, super health minded. You're an athlete. And I think you would really enjoy this information. I'd love to invite you over and to hear about what I'm up to and how I support my health. And I think you're going to love it too. And, I really just put that out there in this idea that we're just sorting through people to find the people that really believe what we believe and that are ready and on that track to make that next step as well. I think that most people, if they come to an event, they do end up signing up for Juice Plus. Maybe not right that second with those options, but eventually they really do. If they're interested enough to show up, they're usually interested and ready to get started, especially if they come to a live event with me. So, yeah, I think it's really just focusing on, I thought of you because, and I love you, I care about you, and I want you to know about this. It's really awesome.
That's you guys, that's perfect. It's so simple and direct. Missy? Oh, you got to unmute. Okay.
Hey, I just have a question, Mel, and what are you inviting them to? Like, I heard you say, I'd like to come over see what I'm up to, but is there anything specific that you are inviting them to?
Yeah, I even just say, I'm having a healthy living event at my house, and I thought of you because, okay. I mean, it could be anything. Like, hey, I'm going to this speaker that's, really a master of the microbiome. I thought of you because, whatever it is, it's really still the same invite. It doesn't really matter. And actually my events lately have been nothing but come over, hear about Juice Plus, I'll treat you to a smoothie or some cookie dough balls. I mean, I really haven't even been doing anything other than that. And I think that's important because it's really duplicatable. I don't have to have this big spread. I used to do that and feel like I had to, you know, have all this stuff for people to have and eat and see me as this like nutrition expert and la 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 la. When really keeping the main thing, which is showing off our Juice Plus products, how they work, what they are, what they taste like. I even will just mix some of the chocolate complete with some plant milk. That's it. You know, shake it up and let them taste it really simply.
That's so great. And what a gift in 2020 to be invited into other people's homes. Like, think about something. How often do you get invited over to other people's homes? I loved it Friday night because one of my friends invited herself over and I was going to watch a movie by myself. She brought ice cream and we watched Pride and Prejudice and it was great. And so just really keep it simple and about connecting with people. And I love what Mel said about, you know, you're sorting through lots of people to find people that have the same values and beliefs. And you know what? They may not know they value this yet. They may not know that they believe in this yet, but you're also planting seeds, okay? Because this is a long-term gig, okay? And that's part of the magic of this. I sent out a Voxer about that because this will be, hold on. I need somebody to let the dog out to pee. So, you know, it's like we have this long-term thing that we get to do. And so you got to think about it like a farmer and you got to plant seeds, okay? But that doesn't mean in your conversations not to be direct and to the point. I think people really appreciate it. I think it comes across as confident. I think it comes across as, I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm trying to get a point across to you. And I want to know, are the stars aligning here? So, so any questions about that, experiences with that, goodies that you can share?
I was just gonna add that, kind of like Mel said, I have not been doing any big events either, just because I have I'm leaving for Guatemala next week and preparing for a big event in March that probably a couple of my team members will be participating with. But we've just been having a lot of conversations, which is what we need to be doing, trying to talk to a lot of new people. And hi, Max. And then just keeping it extremely simple when people are asking us. We had a conversation at my husband and my one team member's Christmas party recently. Just simple conversations when people are talking about, you know, what they're dealing with, health-wise or finances-wise, and just giving them very simple information that is not like going to overwhelm them. It's just fruits and vegetables, and we all know we're not getting enough. So it's just I think there's a lot of power in those small, we still call them events. I still call them events when I'm going to talk with somebody one-on-one. Those are powerful. And so it doesn't get more simple than that. Meeting over a cup of coffee, inviting somebody over, you know, if they have little kids, they can come over and bring their kids and the kids can play, whatever. So anyhow, we will be ramping up. This is the perfect time really to be ramping up, I think, the Tower Garden type events, because people are thinking about their gardens. And so I bought myself the newer Tower Garden home to have, you know, it's hard to sell stuff you don't have. And so I felt compelled to do that. And I think it's a great time. Get the Tower Gardens up and running and start showing people what it looks like to grow 30% faster 30% more yield, you know, on what is it, 10% of the resources. So it's easy to get a tower garden and post videos and updates on that and invite people over. Pretty soon we'll be having salad in a jar parties because they produce so much greens. So anyhow, that's just what I wanted to share in that moment.
And I loved your post today of cutting your microgreens. That was great.
Little Aubrey, she wants to be like a internet sensation. She asks me every day what kind of Juice Plus video we can post. I'm like, you are just too much, little one.
Okay, that was the cutest. All right, so honestly, you don't have to raise your hand, but tell me, you know, like, did you talk to at least 3 new people last week? How about talking to 5 this week? Who's going to join your team? Okay. So let's get out there. Let's talk to more people this week. Be a little more direct. One more idea for you guys is, are you asking for referrals? You know, if somebody tells you no, are you turning around and saying, well, gosh, do you know anybody? Because guess what? They know somebody.
You know what, Ellen, that's so important. And I am lax on that. That's something I don't do. And I really need to do that. So that's perfect information. Thank you. You know what? I want to mention something else. We take off in a couple weeks, and we'll be vacationing for about 8 weeks. And that's really exciting and really fun. And that doesn't mean I'm going to give up my Juice Plus, but it means it's kind of going along with what Erica was saying. Your events change. You know, I'm going to be talking to people as we come and go, and in places that we stay and places that we walk into. And so it's not going to be, it's all pretty much going to be cold market. So the good news is it'll make both Jim and I do some talking and we'll see what happens. But my point is that, yeah, sometimes events don't look like we always think they're going to look. They're not a bunch of people coming to your house or to some place to do something. These are pretty much going to be individual, making it happen as we travel. So we'll see how that works.
Exciting, chance meetings and just the expectation that you're going to meet great people out there. That is so much fun. And I love my warm market because I love loving on people that I know, but I also love cold market. I love the surprise and spontaneity of it. And what do you have to lose? So, just strike up a conversation. Ask somebody, can I share something with you? If they say no, just say, okay, well, thanks. And they'll be like, well, gosh, they were nice. What am I missing out on? So, see if you can say more with less, okay? And get a few more balls rolling, and let's come back next week and share our wins and wows from that. Anything else that anybody wants to add?
Hey, Ellen, it's Sue. I'm just going to bring this up because this was something that meant a lot to me when I was involved with Team Z with all the coaching back in the fall. I asked Eric, specifically, one of the owners, of course, I said to him, so how are you dealing with people that you know really well that still won't purchase Juice Plus or haven't, still keep giving you no? And Reagan's told me some of her best friends still won't purchase Juice Plus after they've been with it for 14 years, for example. So this is what he kind of said. So I'm going to read from what he said. And he said, this is he talking to a friend that's just been pushing you away forever and a day. He says, the important thing for you to know that our relationship means much more to me than whether you purchase anything from me in my business. So first you want to clear the air there. Then you really, my heart is to help people, not push anything on them. And that said, though, I'm excited to help you through those health issues that you've been telling me about with Juice Plus. And if you're willing to stick with me, we'll get you those results you want. And then you see my business really depends on getting you results and others, because then you'll be able to be, if you will, a walking, talking billboard for me. Then I would have the honor of not only helping you, but those people that you care about too. And then he said, so based on that, are you ready to get started? So he kind of walks all the way around it and comes back to it again. And that's right from Eric. I kind of thought that was kind of direct.
I like that.
And right to the point. I have it on a text here. So if anybody wants it, you can let me know. I can just text it. I can just send it to you.
That's a great direct.
Okay.
Great. Missy?
No, I want one of those. I'm telling Sue, text me.
Okay, I'll send it along.
That's great. And, I just have to say, I want to kind of shout out to my team who's on this call, because you all are some of the busiest ladies I know, and you really have a lot of fun with this, and you make a lot of impact because you have conversations in stolen moments, coming and going from your work, your church, and all of those different things. So Jennifer wants you to post that, Sue, on Voxer. So I know you'll do that. And that's really, the side hustle magic. And you guys know that that I went back to work full time 3 months ago. And I will tell you honestly, it has been the biggest adjustment of my life since having my first child. It's been a huge adjustment because I have to be in an office, I have to be dressed, and it's sales. So I am cold calling all day, or I'm out meeting people that I've never met before, and all of that kind of thing. And sometimes it's great, and it's like this, it's like ecstatic when someone says yes, and then there's like the person that thinks quiet, and there's like the person that thinks you're a jerk, and they make you kind of feel bad for a second. You got to pick yourself up and wipe yourself off and keep going, and there's everybody in between in that whole spectrum, right? So going through this adjustment, all the while I'm like, Juice Plus is so great because it still goes everywhere with me. Hey, seriously. So it's like, it's really cool because I'm like, I can, make a change to an order, or talk to somebody about their order on my lunch hour, or in the car after work, or whatever. Or even this weekend, I had multiple conversations, or I chimed in on something in a mom's group, and there was a resulting thread from it, met a total stranger who's going to order from me and may want to join my team. So it's really, you guys, the magic in this is in those stolen moments, those spontaneous conversations, and go play with it and have fun with it. Be direct, and people are attracted to that. People are attracted to, hey, this girl knows what, or this guy, Bobby, they know what they like, and they're into this thing, and I'm going to check it out, because I like their vibe. That's what it's really all about. And when Mel was talking, I know she jumped off, like, don't you guys just get that from her right now? Like, she's just got this contagious vibe, and I think we all do. So let's make sure we lead with that and have some really fun conversations this week. And let's be bringing some new team members on this call, like Jenna brought Mollie tonight. We're so happy, because the more of us, the merrier, and the bigger the impact that we're gonna make. I am done preaching. So now you can sing and leave. Anybody else want to add anything?
I just want to tell you one more time. I'm sorry, Missy. I'm just going to say I got to get off the call. But I'm doing that heart health talk this Wednesday night on Zoom with Reagan. The Q&A questions she's going to be asking me. And we're talking about aerobic activities, types of physical activity, how to take your pulse when you're exercising, you guys. So you don't just look at your little watch, but you actually can learn how to physically take it, and finding your target heart rate based on your age. Very important to know. So the things we'll talk about Wednesday night. Just wanted to say that.
That's awesome. And everybody in Denver, plan on going to Dr. Mitra Ray tomorrow night. We'll see how weather and roads hold up.
Oh,
You guys invite people tomorrow. Anybody that hears Mitra Ray is going to have a life-altering experience.
Yep.
I am telling you, somebody out there needs to hear that. The last time I took people to see her, they joined my team that night. They were so excited about what they heard. And, you know, she talks about all kinds of poop and everything. But, you know, get yourself excited about what it could do for another person, and just get them in the van and go. All right?
Hey, can I add my deal?
Yeah,
Are
Missy's got a quick wrap up.
Hey, I just want to remind everyone that on Team Healthy Bodies Facebook, you can sign up to take one of the days for the shred. So those of you who haven't done it or are willing to do it, please go there and sign up. And we did it as a, what's it called? A poll. And so you can just click on it, and your little picture comes up on the side, and then you can just say in the comments, I'm taking day 7 or whatever it is. Okay?
Oh, so all little pictures of next to everybody, that doesn't mean they've already taken everything? I mean, those are still available.
Right. The ones that don't have a little circle picture next to them are all available. At least that's how it shows up on mine. So I'm guessing it shows up on everyone that way.
Oh, that's great.
So when you pull up, you know, when you get on Team Healthy Bodies Facebook, I screw this up all the time, so that's the correct one, right? When you get on there, the poll shows up, and if you know, only 3 of them show up, so you have to hit more to see all of them. But the ones that have been taken, usually on mine, show up with a little picture of whoever took it, you know, if they checked a box.
Okay.
And those are shown first, and all the ones that don't have a picture are open. So that's the scoop. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
For clarifying.
Way to be a team, way to be healthy, way to make a difference. You guys really rock.
And if you didn't see, I just posted in the comments, I'm just really proud of Linda, who has been posting on Facebook and doing some fun things, trying, you know, just getting out there and making an effort. So good job, Lynn.
Thank you. I'm not really getting a response, but time will tell.
That's right.
It will happen.
It will.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Ellen.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks everybody. You guys are so awesome. Have a great night, okay? We'll be back next week. Go talk to some people.
Thank you, Ellen.
All right. Love you guys. Good night.
Thanks, Ellen.